Here we go. Here we go. Season 2, No BS Wealth. We're back.
Yeah, baby.
It's kind of fun and exciting. Season 2, like to be like, oh, this is the second time we've been through this. But Stoy Hall here, CFP, obviously co-host here. And just a little bit of background about me. Hey, I love money. I love helping people. I'm a real big proponent of money mindset and understanding what goes behind that and your emotions within money. Born and raised from Omaha, Nebraska, and been here in Des Moines and just focusing on building Black Mammoth.
We're glad you're here in Des Moines.
Oh, thanks. It's a home away from home.
It is.
It's not like Nebraska's that far,
It's
but
not that far.
But it's there,
It's
right?
there.
I'm not there. So
Omaha.
Lisa,
When I think of Omaha, I think of Peyton Manning.
a lot of things. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that sounds funny, but doesn't he say
He used
Omaha?
to say Omaha a lot.
Yeah.
It got
yeah.
popular.
Okay.
You know, there's College World Series in the zoo.
Oh, right. There's other
important.
things, but football's on my mind. Super Bowl.
Hey,
so.
Super Bowl. So, all right, Lisa, how about you? What's your name?
What's up, everybody? My name is Lisa Grief. I'm excited to be a part of season 2. I'm a wealth advisor here at Black Mammoth, and also love talking about money mindset. Love talking about family, travel, food, all kinds of fun
Food.
fun food things, which I know Stoy loves as well. So we are excited for season 2. We're going to bring some new things at you and hope you enjoy it.
Absolutely. So No BS Wealth, why? Why do a podcast? Well, this podcast is designed to be loud, right? To bring insight into money mindset being one of them, insight into alternative stuff, our other series, but also just bring light to the fact that there's a lot of things out there, a lot of fluff, a lot of banter, some would even say noise in our financial industry that can be detrimental to you. Could be good information, but everyone's life is different than others. And so we're just bringing light to more ideas, more ways to think about it from professionals, right? We're licensed, obviously, and regulated. Most of our guests are as well, but also then we'll bring in just point of views from everyday people who are out there just grinding away at life as well. What does this podcast mean to you?
It means a place to share and simplify for people. It means a chance to use our voice and get out there to, everyone. Maybe they're not ready for our services or ready for a financial planner, but this is a great place to get started. So we can give them information on different strategies, different ideas to do. So I love that, being able to really reach a lot of people with that. And I think for me, it's fun because we get to share personalities in our stories and we get to meet new people and they get to share their expertise and stories. And I think that's just the best way to learn from people.
Absolutely. And this is, yes, it might be sponsored by Black Mammoth and that might be our firm and what we do every day. But that's not what No BS Wealth's about. It's about everyone else. We're trying to bring more into the fold, be loud, and give you as much content and understanding of our crazy complexity that we have in our industry, but we're doing it through a podcast. We also have the YouTube show. So if you didn't know that, we're also on YouTube, and it'll always be posted on Sundays. It's a new thing that I'm doing. Sundays at like 6 p.m.
Oh, it's like Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
Have our podcast with your dinner.
Exactly. That's the show part of it, right? Otherwise, podcasts will come out on Wednesday mornings at about 5:30.
Make it a family event.
Make it a family event. Just come hang out with us. It'll be fun. Do it over. Just throw it on the TV and eat some dinner while you listen to us chat. I think it's a great idea. Great selling point. All right. So what different ways and things are you going to learn? I will start with the most important series, in my opinion, and I know it is for you too, is the Money Mindset series. Money Mindset is vitally important to how you build wealth, what you think, how you live every day. And this series is really going to focus on the psychology behind it, your emotions behind it, some spirituality behind it, and really, really do some things to you that might not be comfortable. No, let's back up. It's not going to be comfortable at first. But the more you understand about yourself and who you are, the better you can be financially for your family, but also to build, generational wealth.
Yeah. And I think, we talk about this a lot, but everyone has their money story. Like, when was their first money memory? And that gets into the mindset that then's built over time. Life experiences can adapt and move what's going on with your mindset. So we're here to help you, get to where you want to go with your dreams, your goals, values, your family, and money mindset's a big part of that.
Absolutely. So first series. Second series is going to be our Black CFP series that we've continued on from last year into season 2. And really the purpose of that one is to highlight, there's not very many Black CFPs to begin with, but is to highlight Black CFPs, their story, where they come from, what they're doing in our industry, because we have a giant Black population, obviously, in the United States, but also just in general for minorities and women that maybe not want to just have your normal day middle-aged white guy as their advisor, right? Let's be honest. That's call a spade. And that's what that series is about, to highlight and be loud for those that maybe not have that ability to, but also let you know that there's people out there, any fit for you, specifically.
Yeah, and you're interviewing a lot of cool people, so that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, a lot of big names, a lot of fun names, and
they're doing a lot of neat things.
There's a lot of cool things going on in that space. That
stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Even fintech stuff that popped up. Next series is going to be our alternative investing series. Alternative series is what we'll call that one.
What's alternatives, Stoy?
Alternatives, alts. Man,
what are alts?
First of all, let's back. I don't like using the word alternative.
I know you don't.
But in our industry, we have to. There's no other word.
No other word, really.
But it's all those other things that aren't traditional, right? Stocks, bonds, that we all know, stocks and bonds that we decide to, and CDs, that we decide to invest in for a long-term period. That is what our industry has deemed traditional. Everything else is going to be an alternative space. So we're talking about still with stocks and bonds, but utilizing different methods and strategies and leverage and concepts that aren't necessarily correlated to your traditional market. You've got real estate. You've got currencies, both crypto and foreign exchange currencies. You've got art. You've got businesses. You've got angel investing. You've got fundraising. You've got capital improvement stuff. You've got really everything literally outside of traditional, the long investing on the stocks and bonds, which is really fun. And truthfully, you'll learn in this series is where wealth is actually generated. And we're talking about like the rich wealth, not like being fine. You can live life in the traditional set and have a very wealthy life. But if you're talking about really earning a lot of money, the alternative space is where generational wealth is really created.
Just got me excited.
I know. It's a fun, that one's a fun one.
I think it'd be good because, you don't talk about it a lot. You don't hear about it a lot. And just being in the industry now, it's, there's so much that you can do outside of just the traditional stuff. So it'd be good to share. And that you can invest in, any of you, not just accredited investors, which we talk about that a lot. No matter how much money you have, you're able to get into alternative investing, and you should. So you'll learn a lot about that in the alternative series. The next 2 series is, I'm letting you lead, because one came up from VIP Day, which was hilarious, and it's going to be fun. So I want to have a love and money series.
What do you mean love and money?
Well, I just, there's couples, there's people that either work together or are together, and love and money is intertwined. And I just think it's going to be really fun to have some couples on our show and talk through money and their relationship with money and how they work with each other around money and what comes up. And we've had some VIP days that have been super interesting and, vulnerable, people sharing, and some good stuff, some bad stuff. But I think, we're going to have some fun with that.
Yeah, that one's going to be a fun one. That one will be, I think that'll
There might be fighting.
There might be fighting.
Love.
There'll be love. There'll be fighting. We'll see what happens. That means we have to get our wives on. You know that, right?
I know.
Like, that's like episode 1.
I just think it's real life. It's like, what's going on in the day to day around, you're talking about budgeting, you're talking about changing careers maybe, or income coming in, expenses going out. And usually we see one likes to spend and one likes to save, and how do you work with that? And I think it'll be fun.
One knows where everything's moving.
One is handling the money potentially,
and one is not. Typically that's what we see. So
there's some couples that work together completely.
Love and money.
So love and money.
It's coming. That'll be fun. And do you have another series that you're thinking of, or ideas?
I'm not ready to share yet.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, because
I might have one more.
There's going to be other ones that come out. Some that we're working on behind the scenes that make sense. Obviously, we've done a tax one before. We're going to have market ones updates, just ones that are periodic that technically would fit into one of the categories probably, but not on the ongoing. They're going to be more, State of the Union, more prime time type things that come up. So stay tuned there, but a lot of exciting ones coming down the pipe. So this being the first episode of season 2, what do you want to leave or discuss with everyone right now for this first episode? Is there anything that comes to mind that's been going on?
Money.
What? Wow.
No, I think so. It's a new year, and I wrote an article about this. But New Year's resolutions, people get really gung ho and excited at the beginning of the year. It's February, so typically the resolutions have already dropped off.
Yep, sure have.
They're not going on. So I think for me, it's how can we put things into some bite-size goals for people where they can start taking action now and get to where they want to go in 2023 and make it a really great year.
Yeah. I think it's a great point. And bite size is a way to say it because it's almost Valentine's Day. So well done there.
Yeah.
But also your wealth and your plan, financial plan is it's a moving target. It's an amoeba. It's always shifting and changing. We talk about this a lot of when you create a plan, by the time you created it, something's changed, right? Even recently with some of our clients that getting promotions and changing jobs and things popping up that we're not really on the docket at all. And all of a sudden now things have changed and we're dealing with them. So I think it's really important to take the bite-sized approach, but understand that things are going to change. Like it's not going to be set in stone. This is how we operate. I wanted to highlight a little bit about what's going on and not the markets, but in our economy. Everyone's throwing out recession and all those really fun trigger words. I wanted to address that, right? We're seeing layoffs. We have inflation. We have rising interest rates. There's a report that, like 40 to 50% of people are not or have already spent through their emergency savings, are now putting stuff on credit cards. And I want to address this. Statistically, in all that data points that the media says, we're not technically in a recession, right? Which is, what is it? Two negative GDP quarters in a row. Technically, we haven't done that, but I think we all can agree that we feel the recession. We feel it more so than we're actually seeing it statistically. And I want everyone to know that that's what's happening. That's what you're feeling. And it's okay to understand that, but it's time to make a plan. It's time to make a plan now. Should have made one years ago, but it's time to make one now. So that you can get out of this, and when this thing is over in a year or two, whatever happens, that you can then exponentially grow and be light years ahead. I just had one of our episodes, and we were talking about the value of financial planners and how do you track that? Like we kick that around all the time, right? Not only, right, obviously to set our fees and how we make money, but like how do we deliver and show prospective clients and even our current clients the true value of what we do. This is the time that you really see that the most. You don't see it as much when the markets are doing well, everyone's happy, everyone's making money, businesses across the globe are doing fantastic. You start to see it now when times are rough because we're not getting those client calls of people running out of money. We're not getting those client calls of people freaking out about the market because not only have we taken care of the education piece on the front end, but their plan has been designed and built to take on a situation like that. How do you value that? I don't really know. I think I'll fight that my entire career because it's like, you can't say, oh, well, by working with us, we saved you X, right? It's not like taxes. Like it's none of that. And so it's more of a feel, like an intuition, emotional feel value, I believe, more so than like, by working with us 2 years ago, we just saved you $50,000 this year because of the market. Like it's not the way we track it.
Yeah. So there's the peace of mind knowing that you're good through challenging times and good times. And how do you put a price on that? you say priceless. I don't know.
Right.
Then there's, yes, the value of delivering any kind of savings or growth on the other side that you can more monetize that. So I think it's a combo of both of them, but it is hard to measure.
It is, and that's for everyone in our industry. It's tough for us to measure, but the more we talk about, the louder we can get, the more education that can get out there is important. And that's what No BS Wealth Podcast is about. Yes, the BS in that is bullshit. No bullshit podcast is what we're about.
Bleep.
We're going to give you everything we can in as screw disclosures, like transparent as possible is what we're here for and what we're going to do. Compliance might not like that part, but they'll be okay. So come along the ride with us. Do comments, share, like, do all of those things for us, because the more we hear from you, the better we can make this for you as well. Anything you want to sign off with?
Yeah, no, I think I just wanted to reiterate what you were talking about, the feeling of what's going on right now. And I think that's a really interesting kind of point to leave people with, because people are feeling, it's conflicting. People aren't feeling great. There was actually a jobs report that came out that was really good, which is, again, more confusing. But overall, people are just not feeling like themselves or feeling good about where it's headed. So I think leave on that, but that's what we're going to kind of work through. I think that goes back to money mindset too, and having a plan and having the preparation. So that's going to be important for everyone this year, especially with the ups and downs that we're going to ride. But know that we're here with you and excited to be on the journey with you.
Absolutely. So we'll sign off for now, and we'll see you every week on Wednesdays.
Yeah. Woo! Woo!
The preceding program was sponsored by Black Mammoth. Any awards, rankings, or recognition by unaffiliated third parties or publications are in no way indicative of the advisor's future performance or any individual client's investment success. No award, ranking, or recognition should be construed as a current or past endorsement of Black Mammoth. Information regarding specific awards, rankings, or recognitions is available on the Black Mammoth website, www.blackmammoth.com. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss. Investment strategies such as asset allocation, diversification, or rebalancing do not assure or guarantee better performance and cannot eliminate the risk of investment losses. There are no guarantees that a portfolio employing these or any other strategy will outperform a portfolio that does not engage in such strategies. This broadcast should not be construed by any client or prospective client as a solicitation to effect or attempt to effect transactions and securities, or the rendering of personalized investment advice due to various factors including changing market conditions. The information discussed in this broadcast may no longer be reflective of current positions or recommendations. While information presented is believed to be factual and up-to-date, Black Mammoth do not guarantee its accuracy, and it should not be regarded as a complete analysis of the subjects discussed. The tax and estate planning information discussed is general in nature and is provided for informational purposes only, and should not be construed as legal or tax advice. Listeners should consult an attorney or tax professional regarding their specific legal or tax situation. Past performance is not indicative of future results.